she's booked in March. End of May is when, but correct me if I don't have the timeline exactly right, you all got some of the data back from Alex's phones and Lori's iCloud. You basically learned about this pet cemetery. Mm-hmm. You also had the GPS coordinates of where Alex's phone had been.
Correct.
So walk us through how you were able to put together the exact points on that property of where those kids were found to where when you went on that day in June, within hours they're found.
Well, it was pretty much the information that you were just talking about. You know, there was a day just prior to June 9th, that the day that we were on the properties from the search warrant, the day we found the children. We had been down, we knew about the pet cemetery, we knew about these locations that Alex had been on the property. We were down in, I believe it was Rob Wood, Hermosillo. Yeah. I don't think you were there. No. We had been down visiting with the Gwilliams and learning more about this pet cemetery. And on the way back, driving, I get a call from Special Agent Ricky Wright of the FBI. And he says, hey, I just was on the phone with one of our analysts, and this is what he told us, or told Ricky, was that the text conversation that he had found about the raccoon, about burning the branches that day, and you know, before the oncoming storm, and at that point I'm like, you know, I've been around enough, and I'm big in the outdoors, that I find it's not impossible to have a raccoon on your property in that morning. But they're a nocturnal animal. And I remember having this conversation with these guys in this car. That doesn't sound right. And then we're talking about the timing of it all, and you're starting to draw a pretty good picture for us, right? So I then called Ricky Wright back and I said, Ricky, check back with Ben, who was the analyst at the time. And I said, find out how many times that phone has been on the property, and you know, since Alex was here. Right. And he called back a short time later and says, those are the only times. You know, the day before the last sighting of the children. Mm-hmm. And when he said that, I went, we were all in the car, like, that's where they are. Mm-hmm. That's where they are. That we were close anyway. I think we were close to getting a search warrant to get on that property. But that text, in my opinion, that text from Chad to Tammy put us over the top and got us on that property.
Hadn't the focus kind of been Yellowstone, though?
We were talking a little bit with the park investigators. They have, you know, the rangers up there, they have an investigation group. We were talking about things we could do to go up there and possibly look at different locations in the park. Right. And they were even looking at bear trackers and wolf trackers and old collared bears to see areas where animals could be feeding. And we were kind of getting that plotted out with them when this happened. Mm. And so we kind of moved away from that and concentrated on the field behind Chad's house.